Hey guys, Jengar here. Welcome to today's realistic review in which we are taking a look at the British Sea Fury sitting at 5.3 battle rating. This plane has received a battle rating reduction and let's see how it does. 5.3 is an excellent battle rating for this plane, and I don't know, I'm not exactly sure. I mean, they are basing it off the general performance of players in this plane and in all other planes, the battle ratings. So maybe people are doing bad in this plane. I can definitely understand why, because it's a very peculiar plane with good strengths, but also a few things it's not so good at, and it's less forgiving maybe than some. Here we go after our first BF-109K4 as our team actually is being slaughtered and there's less and less left of our team. Now this is a fast plane, actually a very fast plane. The maximum speed at sea level without WEP is 575 kilometers an hour and with WEP 606, which is absolutely amazing. And then at 4500 meters still go up to 521 kilometers an hour without WEP and 540 with WEP. And finally at 6500 meters he can go up to 500 kilometers an hour without WEP and 508 with WEP. So even above 500 kilometers an hour at 6500 meters, making this plane very good in the performance at the higher altitudes. It's a very fast plane in a straight line, and you see more and more of our allies are being shot down until we actually cannot see anybody around us anymore, unfortunately. Fortunately, there's also some people crashing in the meantime, so that's good. While we are trying to keep altitude advantage over the several planes that are below us at the moment, and there's more on the way. At the moment there's only one in view, but I can guarantee you there's more up there. So this is a very fast plane in a straight line. The top speed in a dive is 777 kilometers an hour before it redlines, and 830 kilometers an hour before it rips apart. Now that is not faster than, for example, both TAS that we reviewed not too long ago. This plane is faster in a straight line on pretty much all altitudes with WEP and equally fast without WEP. But in a dive this plane lags behind a little bit. The C3 has better performance in the dive as well than this plane and a much higher rip speed, and the H1 has a little less roll rate in the dive at the higher speeds, let's say, so it stiffens up more quickly than this one. But you got to make sure that you know which star is above you. That is very important. The control stiffening in this plane starts slightly at 550 kilometers an hour and more severe at 750. So here we go, 3 planes below us, and we got to eliminate something here pretty quickly, because these guys are continuing to reach up to me and try to get the advantage, spraying a little bit. And as you know, these days if you get hit by a spraying plane prop hanging below you, then if your pilot gets hit you can go back to the airfield. And with this kind of a setup with so many people close, that is a real risk. Here they are already shooting from more than a kilometer away, and this one actually stalls out right in front of us, and we can take him out, leaving only 2 planes in my general vicinity right now. Now, talking about stall maneuvers and energy tricks, this plane has a very nice stall speed with 135 kilometers an hour, which is quite nice compared to the competition at this battle rating. So there is that, very good in the vertical, the Sea Fury. Excellent energy retention, but we'll get into that. The firepower in this plane is very good. The plane has 4 20mm Hispano Mark V. I used air target belts, and the plane has 145 rounds per gun. You can also equip 2 250 pound bombs, 2 500 pound bombs, and RP3 rockets, 12 of them, so 6 sets. Now in the meantime we have gotten ourselves in a situation where these 2 guys are both capable to attack me, and I've got to avoid the first one here, the BF-109K, of course, being an excellent fighter as well in the energy department, so there is good competition around me right now, and this one is coming up as well. I'm trying to give him a very small profile as he comes up, but he stalls out sooner than me. This one though we can't avoid. The BF-109K definitely is more maneuverable than me, and I'm in a bit of a pickle here. My energy retention and my acceleration are very competitive though, and especially the acceleration in a dive in this plane is excellent. So we can definitely run away from these guys, let's say. The acceleration in a straight line is great as well. Oh, and ammo load is decent, by the way, with a 145 rounds. It's nothing spectacular, nothing to write home about. Many planes have a better load for their guns, but it's decent. Like I said, great straight line acceleration and excellent acceleration in a dive. We were running away from this BF-109 for a while, and he actually turns into the vertical. We're turning with him immediately because I gotta do something here. There's a lot more planes. We do get a critical hit on the left wing, and he misses his shot on me, probably made more difficult by the damage he received on his left wing. And here we go after him. The climb rate in the plane is good as well. You start off from ground level though, for example, so compared to the TAS that is a little bit of a downside, but the climb rate is better than those two planes, so you can definitely, with a little bit of side climbing, and that is something the plane needs, you can get up to altitude and work your magic from there in this plane. But you definitely need altitude in the plane. The turn time in the plane is average and decent with flaps. The flaps do rip off at 490, so that is already, well, it's decent, but it's nothing spectacular compared to the speeds this plane have. You can rip your flaps off in a straight line in this plane, as this plane is very fast. The roll rate is good to very good, depending on which speed you are. The plane is sluggish when slow, also the roll rate suffers there, but and overall maneuverability. But when it's fast, it has some speed under its belt, above 350, 400. The plane has very nice roll rate indeed. Here we go, pulling in another BF-109, and we're gonna try to maneuver with him, but that's gonna be difficult. The K definitely is more maneuverable than the Sea Fury. So roll rate very good, as I said. The overall maneuverability is decent. The overheating in this plane, it is present, and it can be a problem with extensive dogfighting, but and when you use web in there, but it is manageable in a general sense. Definitely the temperature goes down pretty quickly, and that is not a problem. Durability in the plane is decent, and it can take a hit or two, as you will see in this match. Well, you already saw it. The left wingtip took a few hits, takes that very nicely, and yeah, it can take general damage pretty good. This is a boom and zoomer slash energy fighter, or an energy fighter slash boom and zoomer, however you want to turn it. Maybe more an energy fighter than a boom and zoomer, as the boom and zoom control stiffening is risky. Also in steep dive, this plane has a risk to rip off its wings before 777 kilometers an hour. I don't know what that has to do with the construction. Many planes don't have this problem, but if this plane goes too steep, you have a chance to rip off your wings. You got to go into a little bit more of a shallow dive, let's say, and then you can go up to the 830 for the rip speed. Now, if you are in trouble like we were with this 109, you just gotta run. This plane is excellent for that. I mean, you don't want to die, and you don't want to unnecessarily prove that this plane is less maneuverable than that 109, because he will definitely beat you if you stay too long. And I also made the decision there to yeah, get the hell out of there in time, because he will just pull into your 6 eventually, and that is not what you want. So you can take a few turns, see what the enemy pilot is capable of doing, but after that you gotta extend and make sure you get the hell out of there. If we would have continued the dogfight with this 109, he would have definitely gotten me, but the main strength of this plane is straight line speed and energy retention there, and there is almost nobody then that can catch up with you in this situation. We are easily running away from the K, and he turns off. I immediately go into the vertical and go after him because I want to kill him. And he made the mistake of turning away at that time. Of course, the airfield is here, and he decided that was not a good idea, but you gotta take advantage of the situation, right? So here he comes, he's turning to the left. Oh, we were a little bit too far out, but we did get a hit on the left gear leg. I gotta love those gear legs. Going up into the vertical again, and we are coming right back on his tail here. Easily to get back on there, because this plane, like I said, is fast. He's being peppered by the AA as well. And you'll be surprised how many people are willing to risk this. I mean, when I came off the airfield, he was above me and I went to the side. And I had that little bit of a duke out with him there. But he didn't have to come back. He still had the advantage. He could have climbed back and let me climb back into the field and just repeated that. Now we went back into the field and there is somebody right there straight in front of us. But one of the bombers, I have two bomber friends that were left. Oh no, one just crashed down, but one other is left and somebody activated an order, which is quite nice. Very usable, and it went to the doe here. So this doe is definitely coming after me. Yeah, at least that's what I thought. He's just taking stock of the situation right now. I mean, I shot down 4 planes in the meantime while my team was already dead. They probably already thought they had won, so he's a little bit cautious here, which I don't blame him for. Our tickets, or their tickets, are almost running out, so I definitely want to get into an engagement with this guy before he before the tickets run out, let's say. Putting in a few shots before we merge here. He's gonna overshoot, so I'm already turning in to go after him and pick up speed. He decides to go up into the vertical, and if you remembered correctly, the energy retention in the vertical is great. And a lot of engine power on this thing. So we're catching up to him in the vertical. Come on, a little bit more lead on those shots. Yes, there we go. Thank you. That was a nice snipe from about a kilometer away when we started hitting him. And we get our 5th kill, making the ace complete. And I'm looking for the last guy who went into the general direction of their airfield. And he actually crashed. It was a BF-109K, and we actually turned this 7 versus 1 around. We killed 5 of them and 2 crashed, which is excellent. And really fell in love with the Sea Fury again after this match. Let's see what kind of rewards we got for that performance. We've got Final Blow, Survivor, Terror of the Sky, 71,000 Silver Lions and 3,100 research points. I'll see you in the conclusion. Hey guys, so here we are after the match. Now that was an absolutely fun match, and you'll get steady results in this play. Not every match is going to be an ace, of course, but you get 2 kills, 3 kills, 1 kill, 2 kills. And it goes on like that. The performance is really nice. Sometimes you die, of course, when you get caught by people in those more maneuverable planes. And unfortunately you get shot down now and then. But it's a nice plane, it's a sturdy plane. It's very fast, good armament. Decent performance in a dive up until 750, which is, you know, not completely competitive. There's other planes that do better there, but still it's nice in a dive. It has good acceleration. Like I said, its energy retention is great in the vertical, excellent in the horizontal, and the climb rate is nice. It's just an all-around fantastic plane, good energy fighter, and you can have a lot of fun in this plane. Absolutely, I had a joy and a laugh, and I would definitely recommend you to get this plane, spade it, and have fun in it. Guys, I hope you enjoyed the video. I want to thank you all for watching, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye bye. If you're new here, make sure to hit the subscribe button, become part of this community. If you are already a subscriber, don't forget to like the video, do leave me a comment, and if you really feel like helping out today, make sure to share the video with your friends and let them know about the channel.